Yesterday there was a fight that almost happened that had more hype than Mayweather vs. Pacquiao, than Muhammad Ali vs. Tyson, than Joey Chestnut vs. a plate of 60 hot dogs. It was a fight that took place, almost, in an unlikely Thunderdome. A very odd octagon. A Senate hearing. We were so close to witnessing the glory of what it must have been like to live during the medieval ages when disagreements were settled with a duel to the death. Two consenting adults, a challenge was issued, a challenge was accepted, but unfortunately, they didn't get to exchange knuckle sandwiches. Their tummies were left empty, because they put the kibosh on it. They weren't allowed to scrap, they weren't allowed to get after it, unfortunately, and damn it, what a shame. Somewhere out there in the multiverse, there is a dimension where this did happen, and it broke all of the viewership records for fights. But unfortunately, we don't inhabit that reality.
Today is quite different, but after you left here, you got pretty excited about the keyboard. In fact, you tweeted at me 1, 2,
so fire.
3, 4, 5 times. And let me read what the last one said. It said,
I thought that was Adam Sandler.
CEO who pretends like
Kinda.
he's self-made. Sir, I wish he was in the truck with me when I was building my plumbing company myself, and my wife was running the office, because I sure remember working pretty hard and long hours. What a clown. Fraud. Always has been, always will be. Quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy.
And the gauntlet's getting dropped.
Sir, this is a time, this is a place. If you want to run your mouth, we can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big
No,
guy.
no, stop it.
Is that your solution every
Hold it. No, no, sit down. Sit down. Okay.
Oh, boo! Let him fight.
Active.
Oh, okay.
Sit down, please.
Let him fight.
Hold it. Hold it.
Oh, Jesus. The gavel comes out, and that's where it ends, unfortunately. They should have settled it the old-fashioned way. Pugilistic fisticuffs. Let it ride. Stronger man wins. God, it could have been so hype. There's also a guy in the background here whose expression really sums it all up. This guy right here. Biggest fucking smile on his face. Just like all of us, he wants to see this unfold. That's hardcore, though. This is a time, this is a place. Do you want to settle it now? He starts taking his wedding ring off. That actually was hard. Armstrong, is that you? Yeah, fucking nanomachine, son. Seemed like a consensual duel. Exactly! It was a consensual duel. Like, there's gotta be some kind of, like, old rhetoric in the Constitution somewhere that still exists, because, I mean, there's still shit in there from, like, the 1700s, that says if 2 senators or 2 men in a Senate hearing agree to a fight, it must unfold. And it's illegal to break it up. There's gotta be something in there like that. Never thought we'd see a on-site moment at a Senate hearing. Dude brought the receipts, too. He came in with the fucking tweets, and he's like, let's just do it. Let's run it. Stand the fuck up. Or, excuse me, stand your butt up. I like how they keep saying butt. Like you're about to fight, you can at least say ass. I think that's warranted. I do hope they schedule some kind of fight. Like, shit. I'll host a boxing event for them or something, or cage fight, street fight, I don't know. I want to see this happen now. I don't know shit about Mr. O'Brien, and I also don't know shit about Senator Mullen, but man, this would be a crazy fight to see. They look like they got that old man muscle. Put them in a real MWL fight. Oh, that's kind of fire. Yeah, wait, that's pretty good. Our first senator match. Actually do it. Do either one of them have their DMs open? They're clearly very active on Twitter since this is where it all stemmed from. Let me see. I'll see if either one of them have open DMs. Senator Mullen does not. What about Sean O'Brien? Neither does Sean. Unlucky. Every election cycle there's a Senate street fight. That'd be so good. It's what we need. You did not want to feel the burn here, unfortunately. Let them fight. They both agreed to it. Everyone was excited. Just let it happen. This guy's excited. This guy's excited. He's kind of indifferent. You missed the best part. He challenged him to a charity match at the end. Of this? Wait, did he?
Oh, hold on.
Big
No,
guy.
no, stop it. I have the mic.
said.
I'm sorry.
I don't like-
Mike.
Yeah.
You have time.
All right.
Make your statement.
Then let's do this, because I did challenge you, and I accepted your challenge, and you went quiet.
No, I didn't go quiet. I was.
Okay, in my defense, this is where the Twitter clip ended, like when Bernie broke it up. So I assumed nothing happened here except Bernie lecturing. This is big. Wait, huge development.
But,
You challenged me to a cage match,
No,
acting like a
sir.
12-year-old schoolyard
hold
bully.
it. Excuse me. Hold it. No, excuse me. I have the mic.
I will say exactly.
Senator Mullen, I have the mic. We're not here to talk about physical abuse.
You brought.
We're not talking
It's not abuse, it's a consenting
Let
fight.
let me show you his hearing because I want to expose this thug to who he is. And
Could you not point at me? That's disrespectful.
I don't care about respecting you at all. I respect
don't
people that
respect you at all.
respect. So,
All right, hold it. Hold it.
It's like an Xbox Live lobby.
You're one of
Now, hold
100
it.
of the most
Hold
elite
it,
people
please.
acted.
Please. All right.
Oh my god. So where was the challenge to a charity match then? Where was that? Still pretty cool though that they kept going, but I didn't see anything about a different time, different day charity match. What I initially thought was fanfic from that chatter about the charity match turns out is real. So I found this in an article about it. The two traded angry insults for several more minutes, each called the other a thug, with Mullen at one point suggesting they fight for charity at an event next spring. Literally a WWE moment here, like, see you at WrestleMania, bub. Be there or be square, Buster. I'm gonna make Hulkmania run wild on you. And then he repeated an offer he made earlier this year on social media. O'Brien declined, instead suggesting they meet for coffee and work out their differences. Mullen accepted, but the two kept shouting at each other until the next senator, Democratic Senator Maggie Hassan of New Hampshire, started her questioning by talking over them. It's looking unlikely that they're actually going to fight, but I'm going to keep my fingers crossed as a just in case, because I'd love to see it now. I went into this Senate hearing with no information on their stats, you know, what's their background in combat sports, but I don't care. I think it could be a really fun event. I can't recall the last time we saw a good old-fashioned Senator Smackdown. There's just something in me tickling me, telling me they might actually be good at fighting. Like, they might have that dog in them. I think it could be a really enjoyable fight. Not only from, like, the pure entertainment spectacle of it with these two older gentlemen that have no business being in a fight like this in the first place, duking it out. I actually think there's going to be a hidden element of surprise about, like, how competent they are with fighting. Just something in me tells me that, because they were more than willing to just let it rip on this day at that location. That's confidence. That's a scary level of confidence. So I do think it could be a fun event. They should put it together, you know, make it a whole community thing, make it a charity thing, turn it into a nice, big, positive event. I'm sure it can be done. But yeah, I found this whole thing to just be so silly, I had to share it. That's really about it. So yeah. Oh, let's check out Carton Arc.
Because I'm a documentary filmmaker, I'll tell you right now, I don't give my...
Oh, those documentaries are definitely anti-vax related and on Facebook.
Because you don't call me a slime ball either, so I'm a nice guy. Oh man, what's going on here?
He sounds like a
I don't
minion.
know why you're being so angry when I'm clearly in the right and you're clearly in the wrong.
Get away from this nice guy. Oh god, she's got a taser.
Well, left your cart in the middle of the spot.
She is outsmarting him right now. This is like a League of Legends counter pick. iPhone versus
An
iPhone.
agency that not
It's for your social media business.
no, actually, what man? What this
You're right.
is
His whole show is about cart narking.
Let their cart blame why that's.
We, who are we?
We have the
Who
cart
are
narcs.
you?
We and the other agents of the cart narcs. And they-
Really, do you get paid by the
My
company?
agents.
Now let me explain why that's a bad.
It's an
idea.
unholy cult. You wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
We're very powerful. More than you could ever
By that
imagine.
logic, ma'am,
Okay.
Ooh, she's gonna wait there all day with the cart out of place. What are you gonna do about it?
My video. You don't have
ma'am.
my
You gonna
video.
kiss
I
her?
haven't finished my announcement. These carts roll and ding people's cars. We see it all the time.
The employee's like, guys, can I just put the cart back for the love of God?
Not at the but
Fucking
at the
cart
windows,
narc,
we see it all the
fart
time.
shark coming in hot, baby.
No, ma'am, what
You
I
have to put my cart there.
I know it's common decency, but you lack.
You
Woo!
have common decency.
Ma'am,
What
I'm-
are you going to do with the video?
That's a handicap spot, ma'am. A person could die. But you-
If someone dies as a result of that cart, they planned it.
There is to help let people get out of their wheelchairs and stuff. Ma'am.
That cart isn't necessarily like a landmine. It's not like she IED'd it. Let's see what other kind of justice we're dispensing out here. The cart narcs are assaulted. Ooh. By a woman that's so horny after seeing them, she just can't help but throw her pussy at them.
Go
Oh god, she's about to do it.
on the other lane.
Right in front of an on-duty cart narc, she's got a death wish.
A handicap, actually.
Well,
So just letting you know. But I get what you're saying.
is it lazy bonesitis? But like the heart, the head.
I'm sorry, wait.
Is it is your disability
Lazy bonitis. You're those are fighting
I
words.
saw you walk around the store.
You can cartnart, go f yourself.
Ooh.
Lazy bonesitis? How about colitis?
Well, I'm a.
Whoa.
I'm a,
There's no such thing as assholeitis. Let's not be ridiculous here. Lazy bonitis is at least a real thing.
There, how about
This guy sounds like if Invader Zim
I don't want to
fucking snorted helium.
Don't ever tell somebody
His voice
with
is
a
wild.
disability, Is it lazy bonesitis?
Well, it might be.
You're a f***ing dick.
Delicious McDonald's and delicious.
Ooh.
I love Bang
I
energy
don't
drinks,
care.
but you're throwing it at
I
me.
don't give a
Look,
Get
man,
the
Aw.
fuck
you
out
might
of here.
get- I
Don't
told
ever
you.
tell somebody with a disability it's lazy bonesitis.
You gotta
Yourself.
take a throwing arm for someone with a disability.
Throwing arm is
That was a
not
little
fair.
far. Let's be honest. That was.
Back to throw. Would you like my
You don't just toss around lazy bonitis. It's like a slur.
Ma'am.
What is your karma score on Reddit?
That.
Never see my MRIs. You're not inside my body.
You're walking around.
Oh, not yet. He's not. Listen to his voice. Come on. He's gonna be inside your body real soon.
You could have it's lazy bonesitis.
Right,
That's my disability.
That's my suspicion. Yes.
Is it your suspicion?
Yes.
Okay, I have 6 bulging discs in my neck.
Look.
I have 3 bulging discs in my back.
Bulging discs.
I believe.
So go
But how did you?
That's a little lazy boneritis in that case, ma'am. Yeah, that's a whole different
I
issue.
told you I have to take pain medication to even walk around.
So why?
Let's go back to the part where you said he's not inside your body. Let's change that. He's a cartnark. You can't resist.
So how? I'm sure you have an autistic daughter.
I'm not trying to
Oh,
She
what?
wants her mother to be.
daughter.
I have many actually. I'm a sperm
very
donor.
good. I'm a very good
Oh my
mother.
god. Good lord. Oh man.
Look, Sebastian.
God, you'd hate to find out you had this man's sperm. I'd feel ripped off and scammed like it was RuneScape if I got this dude's sperm as a donor.
It's called la-
Me, I'm backing
Come here,
away.
Sebastian.
I-
No, come here, because I'm going to teach you.
Uh-oh, pepper spray.
I'm going to teach you.
Ah! Card knocks out.
This dude definitely deserves to get pepper sprayed. Or rather, someone throws a shopping cart at him and takes him out.
The card narcs. Yes, that's what your card narcs.
Oh, I can see him in the reflection. Oh, I'm getting a good look at him. This looks like the Nostalgia Critic with hair. And the exact same attitude. Pretty much. Maybe this really is like old Nostalgia Critic.
Take it over there.
The dude literally looks like a cartnark. If I had just seen him like walking around a grocery store, I'd be like, dude, this guy probably fucking polices shopping carts in the Walmart parking lot.
The cards out. Oh no, don't take that card. Don't take that card. That's his card. He's holding on to it. Yeah, that's his card. Don't take that card. There's plenty of cards right
Was
there.
that a time traveler? What the fuck happened there?
Sir.
To do with it.
Yes, I'm the card
Oh,
narc.
kiss my ass.
No, why? You sir.
Jesus, this is like everyone's grandpa coming in right now.
Why? People.
Good job, you're a douchebag.
I'm a card narc.
douchebag.
Card narcs
He's-
are by definition not.
He's not
douchebags,
wrong.
sir.
He's really on the money with that one.
Bring 'em up.
You can roll up your ass too.
No, sir. It's very unlikely to do that.
Sebastian, you're just getting annihilated. Walk away.
But sir, the card
You're not beating this guy. This guy survived Vietnam 5 times.
Ow, you hit me with the card. Sir, you didn't take your card back where it belongs.
Oh wait, that's him? Wow, that's courageous. He's actually showing himself in this one.
Card narcs?
I had to fucking CSI it to find out what he looked like in the reflection of a mirror. Hey, guess who's got COVID again? This is number 4. I'm like Patrick Mahomes, but instead of 4 Super Bowl appearances, I've got 4 COVIDs under my belt. Yeehaw. So, I've been spending the last day or so watching Warhammer 40k lore videos. I've even purchased quite a few minis. I've been looking around online for like professional painters and sculptors for even more. I'm deep. And this morning, I was perusing 40k content again, but I actually got recommended a video that had nothing to do with 40k. It was news coverage of some asshole rolling up in his truck and stealing some kid's entire lemonade stand. And it turns out this isn't the only time it's happened. There's actually been 2 cases of this in the last month. Though the previous one was stealing the money from a lemonade stand in front of the kids, this guy just came up and stole the entire kit and caboodle here.
This boy is heartbroken. He can't believe what just happened. Someone has taken his lemonade stand. The youngster has been selling lemonade for more than a year at an intersection near his home outside San Diego.
That kid is grinding, selling lemonade for a year. He's got himself a full-time job after school. Multiplication tables in the morning, business in the afternoon. Like, I remember when lemonade stands were popular when I was growing up, you do it for like a summer, maybe at most. That's very impressive from this kid here. His lemonade stand has lasted significantly longer than Concord.
It happened when Liam walked away from the lemonade stand for just a few minutes to get cups. That's when a gray pickup truck drives by. reverses, and heads back to the lemonade stand. First, the table goes into the back of the pickup. The driver throws away Liam's sign and then loads in the chairs. Just as he drives off, Liam returns and sees his lemonade stand disappearing into the distance.
I don't think even the Grinch would stoop this low. There is no way this degenerate asshole didn't know that that belonged to somebody else. There is a sign there, presumably about the lemonade on the, at the stand. And he picks up the sign and throws it to the side before putting in the chair and table. He knew, he just didn't care. He was in such desperate need of a plastic table and plastic chairs, he was fucking frothing at the mouth just seeing his opportunity to steal it. I'm willing to bet this guy didn't actually care about the table or chairs. He just did this because he had an opportunity to do it. So he did it for the love of the sport and the thrill of just stealing someone's shit. Like, he's gonna go home, he's gonna jerk off to an old Sears catalog, and he's gonna pass out, and he's not even going to do anything with that chair or table. I already know that.
You can hear his plaintive wail. Liam's mom, Carrie, and dad, Leonard, say there could be an innocent explanation.
My initial thought was, maybe he thought it was free, because a lot of people, they leave things up by the road. I was hoping it was a misunderstanding.
I think it's very wholesome that she'd have this perspective of trying to immediately give someone the benefit of the doubt and seeing the good in someone, like, oh, this could all just be a misunderstanding. Sometimes people leave like furniture on the side of the road that's just up for grabs. Maybe that's what he thought here. But that fails to take into account the sign that he picks up, looks at, and then throws to the side before putting the shit in his truck and driving off. I don't think this is a case of confusion where he just thought, someone was playing Sims and left some furniture out and about that he could pick up and take home without issue. There was a sign there. There was a sign that this guy, maybe he's illiterate, maybe he couldn't read. That's very possible by taking just one glance at that guy. But even still, there is a sign there. And he looked at it and threw it to the side before putting it in there. Now, I'm no crack shot detective here. I wouldn't exactly be the one to, solve the Jack the Ripper mystery or anything. But looking at all the clues here, when he looked at that sign, he then looked around to see if anyone was nearby watching him. That's something that someone who knows they're up to no good does, checking to make sure the coast is clear before loading up his truck with these items. I think he did this knowing full well it belonged to somebody, and he just didn't have anyone around to tell him no or stop him, so he went hog wild with it. Because he's a piece of shit.
The incident has echoes of that case in Virginia where a driver swiped the money jar from kids selling lemonade right in front of their house. Now this.
This episode had a crazy cliffhanger where it revealed this isn't the only lemonade theft in the last month. So I had to learn more about this guy who just ran up and took the money jar from some kids in their lemonade stand. That is also unhinged behavior.
Follow up now on a story that's been trending all day about the man who stole from two kids running a lemonade stand in Chesapeake. The video is leaving a sour taste in people's mouths. This guy, smiling as he approaches a kid's lemonade stand, snatches the money jar and takes off.
Like taking candy from a baby. He makes it look easy. This is an Ocean's 11 style operation executed to perfection by this man. Rolls up, parks, gets out, acts friendly for like 2 seconds, and then takes the money from the kids before waddling back to his car. Gone in 30 seconds. You never even knew he was there. What a degenerate scumbag. So in total, he made off with 40 doubloons. He stole $40 from these kids who were selling lemonade, and I already know that was the most exciting thing that's ever happened in his life. This does not seem to be a desperate person. Like, this is just someone who stole for the sake of stealing.
Here's the surveillance video. The car slowly approaches, and the man comes out of the car. Rebecca, who's 10, told me she started to pour him lemonade, and he quickly grabs a jar with their money and takes off.
We already got $40. It was seeming pretty good. And then the guy came. He acted really nice.
I wonder how long he planned this out for, or if it was just something that he just decided in the moment. I bet this dude marinated on this idea for days, like, those kids are selling lemonade. I could probably steal from them. I must plan it out thoroughly, though. So anyway, he rolls up, he pretends to be nice for a couple of seconds, the kids start pouring him lemonade, and he steals the money, and then, I don't know, like, pencil dives his way back to his car. I don't know, like, he's clearly not an athlete. His hands are like stiffly by his side as he walks back to the car, and then he fucking spins those tires Like, he hits that gas, he throws that bitch into fucking 4th gear, and he takes off. Like, he probably thought he was in an action movie with all that excitement that he was feeling from that heist. That probably engaged the nitrous oxide boosters as well to escape the cops. Think he got a 5-star wanted level from it all. Interestingly enough, the guy in the video actually confessed to officers that he was the one behind the theft. It was a 19-year-old, which really surprised me because the guy in the video looked to be pushing 40. I definitely thought it was a guy on the older side of things, but it has been positively identified as a 19-year-old named Esteban, and he's facing misdemeanor charge for it. And the happy ending continues because the 2 kids ended up getting like $6,000 from community support because they felt so bad that these kids just got like blatantly robbed in front of their face. So the community came together and they gave them like a lot of money because they were saving up for some items that they really wanted, which is super wholesome to see a community come together to support like this. I think that's great, and I'm sure it meant a lot to the kids. The guy turning himself in, I think, is also a great thing as well. So yeah, overall, the story has a happy ending. The first one, though, with the guy just stealing the entire lemonade stand, he's still at large, so, you know, be careful if you got lemonade stands out in public. This guy might just swoop through and snatch them all up. But yeah, at least this one had a nice resolution. I'm just surprised at how common lemonade stand related crimes appear to be. That's really about it. So yeah. I know that every single one of you watching this video right now has that one piece of content that you saw at some point in your life that is just burned into your brain and you can never forget it. Now, it might not be something that you obsess over and dwell on, think about every single day of your life, you know, writing it on the walls or something, like you get crazy with it, but it is a video that you've watched that you'll never forget. For a lot of you, that'll be the basic things like 2 girls, 1 cup, or Goatsy. But for me, these videos are usually like public freakouts that just really make me mad thinking about. So then sometimes when I'm in like a bad mood about something, I'll think of them and make myself even more upset. Which is super stupid, but you know, it is what it is. And there's one video in particular that pops up every few months that every time it gets floated around again and reposted, I watch in its entirety and then I go through and get upset about it all over again as if for the first time.
Grab the water too. Thank you. Hey, can I ask you something, by the way? No, it's just that every time I come here, like at the late night hour, I don't know why, you're like very, like it's not even me because I know it's not just me. Like, I'm sure you're like this way with everyone. You just like are very impatient. Like if like you don't want this job, you don't have to be here. Like I'm just letting you know, like you literally rush my order every single time and I hate having you.
This video is just the final raid boss of public freakouts that ticks every single box that just steams my ham. It gets me so heated every time. It is an asshole filming it themselves, filming their actual worst moment, which is always just baffling to me. They're being a piece of shit to someone in the service industry, specifically at fast food, which seems to just be the Thunderdome for degeneracy with these fucking weirdos that go there just to stir up a controversy. This is a premeditated embarrassment. He went there already filming the window, ready to confront this guy, because he said that he rushes his order. Brother, it's a fast food restaurant, you stupid fucking worm. You fucking imbecile homunculus. Why are you whining about your food being rushed? That's the entire point of fast food. It's the entire reason the establishment exists, to deliver the food quickly. And he's complaining about it. It's crazy. Like, the 3 little neurons in his dumb little spongy fart brain couldn't process that the reason the worker is giving him his food quickly is because that's his job. That's the whole point of it. But then, to top it off, the guy filming is also drunk driving. He's a self-admitted drunk driver. He literally reports himself in the video. It actually rolls up everything that makes me mad about public freakouts into like one video. So this is just like the full complete Christmas package of things that just grind my ass.
And I mean, I'm sure my word means nothing to you, but I'm just telling you, you have the choice to have a different profession. This isn't a profession. I'm sure you're just very incompetent and you have to work here.
It's better than your lack of profession, where you still treat mommy and daddy like coin blocks in Mario for you to jump up and hit for your allowance that you use to purchase your truck with. I remember when this video surfaced, I went fucking super sleuth on it because I had to know if there was a follow-up. He filmed it himself, so surely he would see everyone clowning on him. And sure enough, at the time, he did issue an apology on Facebook, and I didn't forgive him then. And I don't forgive him now. Fuck him. He's also a drunk driver, which I will never have any level of forgiveness for. But he's also a fucking turbo dweeb who tries to lecture him on why his job doesn't matter and it's not even a profession, and says that the reason he has it is because he must be incompetent. Oh, you slimy fucking weasel. You goofy little bowl of horseradish. It is unreal that a drunk driver that wasn't employed at the time of the video, maybe he is now, and it would be poetic if he is also working in the fast food industry, and now maybe we'll understand the pain of horrible people like him coming through. But I'm already getting lost in some erotica fanfic about justice existing in the real world. Point is, this absolute unhinged dork then takes time out of his night to try and shit on this guy who's just doing his job and doing it well. That is just downright despicable behavior. It's so fucking embarrassing, and he filmed it himself too, so he's also a delusional, stupid asshole too.
But I'm not being ignorant either. It's just like, I come here to get food. Who cares, like, if I've been drinking or doing whatever? Like, I come here at a late night hour, I get food. Every time I have you, I fucking hate it. It makes me sick.
I'm so sorry about that.
Huge save by clarifying that he's not being ignorant. Wouldn't want anyone to get confused here. I also love that all of this starts by saying, hey, can I ask you something? And then he goes into this monologue shitting on the guy and explaining why he hates him. Because he gets his food out too fast. He's too good at his job. Thus, this absolute fucking stupid moron is like, ah, you're a bad man. You must not want to see me. He has a personal grudge against me and wants to get me out of here, shoo me away like a stray animal. He hates me for some reason, so I hate him. He gives me my food too quick. Damn it. I also imagine that he carries this energy with him everywhere. So, Godspeed to the waiters and waitresses that have been unfortunately subjected to this plague of a person that sweeps through asking and demanding some kind of certain service. Like, excuse me, harlot, you didn't smile at me when you took my order. You fucking hate me. This isn't even a real profession. This isn't even a real profession. You must just be incompetent. Like, I imagine this is just him. Like, this is just him, fully. Like, this isn't just an isolated incident. But anyway, I'm gonna replay this just in case you missed it the first time. He says something very important here.
I come here to get food. Who cares, like, if I've been drinking or doing whatever? Like, I come here at a late night hour, I get food. Every time I have you, I fucking hate it. It makes me sick.
I'm so sorry about that.
Full-blown self-report here. He just says, who cares if I've been drinking or doing whatever? So you've been drinking and doing whatever frequently and then come here to get food. So you're a constant drunk driver. You're a menace. I'll tell you who cares. Every innocent person on the road will care if you've been drinking and getting behind the wheel of a vehicle. It's dangerous to everyone around you, including yourself. I will never ever sympathize with a drunk driver. And it's certainly not one like this. This guy's just a turbo douchebag. This is next level douchebag shit. I feel so bad for the worker here. Like, he just sits here and listens to this whole spiel over nothing. Like this whole temper tantrum hoopla.
No, I'm sure you're very sorry about it. I'm sure you're very sorry about it. But you are very shitty to me every time I come here.
I'm so sorry.
No, I'm sure you're not actually sorry, and you're just saying that because, like, whatever's happening or you're being recorded. So, yeah.
This warrior is a patient saint because that window should have closed far earlier, but he let this guy continue to vomit out a bunch of fucking nonsense, upset over nothing. The service was too efficient, I guess. I suppose that this guy really thinks he's the main character of life, and everyone should be trying to communicate and talk with him. When he's just at a fast food place, clearly you're just getting your food and leaving. That's the whole point of it. I don't know what he was expecting or what he wanted. All this worker did was get him his food and send him on his way. He did nothing wrong. He did nothing to warrant any kind of hostile response. He just keeps blabbering on about how getting him at the drive-thru makes him sick because he's impatient and rushes his food. Like, it's still 2 years later makes me upset. And it popped up again this week, so I wanted to talk about it. Like I said, it gets reposted like once every few months, and every time it does, I get angry all over again. Like I have like arguments with the driver of this truck in my head from time to time. Like I don't know how someone ends up that much of a monstrous asshole. I don't know how you end up so entitled and shitty. I don't. Like, it doesn't makes sense to me. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. That's it. So yeah. I hope you've had a wonderful day, because I'm about to make it a little worse. I'm gonna give you something you get very angry about. I'll be like Krampus over here ruining your Christmas. Let me just hit you with the quick Wikipedia plot summary here. There's a professional Dota 2 player named Ninja Boogie who was recently fired from his esports org because his mom had stage 4 cancer and they were afraid it was going to affect his performance. Yeah. It's as fucked up as it sounds. Regardless of how you feel about esports, I'm sure you can all recognize that getting fired from your job for something like this is beyond evil. Here's his tweet about it. Unfortunately, his mother did pass away, and he did get let go by his org. And that org is Team SMG, who posted this announcement thanking Boogie for all of his hard work and all of that, even posting a little gif of him dancing, making it seem like they're really going to miss him, even though they were the ones that initiated this departure for something outside of Boogie's control. Boogie commented asking them to tell the real reason for the kick, and they've gone radio silent ever since. Team SMG is using a timeless classic here. This is a strategy that's been used since the beginning of time, just putting your fingers in your ears and pretending not to hear all of the screams of people calling for you to address what you fucked up with. When you really make a big mistake, suck a fart out of butt, instead of taking responsibility, just ignore everything. It's worked a million times in the past. Now, I don't know much about Team SMG. I know it stands for Stay Moving Under Gunfire, which is a pretty silly name. It sounds like an Xbox Live randomly generated gamer tag. But I also know that it's run by this guy who has a bored ape for a profile pic. And this is some real bored ape behavior here, firing someone because their mom has cancer. So I didn't know anything about Team SMG before all of this, and now the only thing I know them for is being complete scumbags, and I think they're grosser than shit stains in a gas station urinal. Ninja Boogie went into a little bit more detail on how all of this happened. The way he describes it in these tweets is he was due for a boot camp on a certain day, and then his mother had a stroke, and he was talking with management asking if it'd be okay to move the flights around a little bit to accommodate him so he could spend some time with his mom and see how all of that's going. And he'd still be there in time for the boot camp with, plenty of time to spare. But after telling them what his decision was, hoping that the flights could be arranged a little bit so he could see his mom, they kicked him. What an absolute Sigma grind set. Oh, your family's dying? That's no excuse, pussy. Get the fuck off the squad if you can't focus on dubskis. Family is temporary. The blockchain is forever. Bored apes for life. Yeah, NFTs, yeehaw. Now, for what it's worth, I don't actually think the Bored Ape guy was the one who made the decision to kick Boogie from the team. I'm pretty sure he's just a very hands-off, passive owner who pumps money into this in the hopes that he can sell it for more in a couple of years and doesn't really make any decisions with the org. But I still do like to joke about Bored Ape enthusiasts. There were just so many ways of handling this situation with even just an iota of sympathy and care. He wasn't even missing anything. He was just going to arrive a bit later to boot camp than initially anticipated. He was still going to be there on time, which means he would have still fulfilled all of his obligations, even in spite of all the terrible shit he was going through. And for some reason, they still decided it wasn't good enough and kicked him. They could have given him, like, a brief leave or something. They could have just given him time off. They didn't have to, like, go the nuclear option and just fucking boot him off of the squad. He was still going to compete and still wanting very much to compete. Just absolutely foul from Team SMG, and I really hope they do comment on this at some point here pretty soon. I hope they don't just keep burying their head in their own ass and just ignoring it. I would really like to see how they justify this, because I can't imagine a world where Team SMG is so delusional, high off their own farts, that they thought for a single second that Boogie wouldn't say why he got kicked. Obviously, people would ask why he got kicked, and they really thought he wouldn't say the reason, especially when it's this evil. How stupid can an org be? They fired him because his mom had cancer, and he wanted to spend a little extra time with her before going to boot camp. He was still going to go, and they fired him. And they thought that he wouldn't say that? They really expected him to just keep quiet as if it was some kind of like witness protection program kind of shit. Like, how stupid can you possibly be as an org? It makes no sense, and I'm really curious to see their side of this and how they explain all of it. But I imagine they'll never actually publicly comment on this unless, of course, they go for some like dog shit PR speak where it'll be something like, No, you guys have got it all wrong. We didn't kick him because of his family stuff. That had nothing to do with it. In fact, we only wished him and his family well and were supportive during this entire time. We actually kicked him because of many other variables behind the scenes. He got a C on his sociology report. There were just so many things that led to us making the difficult decision to part ways with him, and none of it had to do with his family or anything like that. So yeah, all around just an extremely horrible situation, and the team's name is still moving under gunfire, and I'm very curious to see how they move under this gunfire from the entire internet collapsing on top of them. I wonder how they're going to navigate this minefield here, because right now the strategy is ignore it, but I wonder how long they can continue to do that. And I really have to imagine for the players that are still signed to Team SMG, this doesn't bode well for their confidence in the org, because if something beyond their control happens, God forbid, the org is not going to stand behind them. Their jobs are in jeopardy if something happens in their lives that they can't control. Because clearly SMG has no problem cutting people for those kind of reasons. So it has to shake their confidence in their org, which is bad for the health of the entire org altogether, I would imagine. Team SMG showed that they're not afraid to fuck you in the ass. So for players that are currently signed, that's gotta be a red flag that their jobs can be in jeopardy in the drop of a hat. Out of nowhere, they could just get fired for something they had no control over. So pretty horrible look for Team SMG, and again, I really do hope they say something pretty soon. I held off on making this video for about 9 hours now, just waiting if they'll actually make a comment, and they still haven't, so I'm still gonna post it now, and hopefully pretty soon after they will say something, because there needs to be some level of explanation for what their thought process was with some absolute insanity like this. So yeah, that's about it. So yeah. Have you ever been angry? Have you ever seen a grown man's penis? We're about to talk about 1 out of 2 of those things. Anger. It's such a weird thing. Sometimes the simplest shit can just set it off. Human emotions are cringe. Let's just face the facts. I just read something that immediately it grinded my gears, I'll say. It made me very upset. And it really shouldn't have. It was something super small, and I know better, but I just couldn't help it. Still have that little Neanderthal brain where sometimes something just sets me off, and I can't help but just go, hey, I'm not happy, not feel good, and I start bonking a stick on my table. And it was just over a single word in a news article I was reading. So let me paint you a picture here. I'm not going to pull up the video, but I watched a video of a random assault that took place in New York, which is basically the home of random assaults. And what happened was, a guy was on an escalator and then just decided to turn around and kick a woman in the chest, sending her tumbling down the escalator. Full-blown This Is Sparta style, just blasted her down the escalator for no reason. And in typical New Yorker fashion, there was another person on the escalator who completely ignored her. In fact, the lady got kicked into her. It was like she was in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, where she got yanked back on a rope because the kick was so powerful. It sent her down like 4 steps into another lady who had to dodge her, like physically dodge her, as if she was in fucking gym class playing dodgeball with her peers. Dodge her, and then she keeps tumbling down the escalator behind her. She turns around and then just goes about her business, casually rides up the escalator as if nothing's wrong and this is just a normal occurrence. It was the most New York shit I've ever seen in my entire life. I was surprised the lady didn't reach into her purse and pull out a pizza and take a bite, and then also put on a Yankees hat, and then, you know, kick a rat on her way up the escalator. I'm getting sidetracked. But anyway, it was an assault on an escalator with no fucking context, and the article written about it called it an alleged assault. And that shit sent me into a frenzy. I was ready to fucking kick my desk down an escalator. Like, what do you mean alleged? I just watched this guy do it. And I understand the definition of alleged. I get it. I'm not a fucking idiot. I'm pretty stupid, but I can also use Google. Like, I understand the definition. I understand why it's used in these things. But my God, it doesn't make it any less frustrating when you actually see all of the pieces of the puzzle. You see the assault. You can physically see the guy crank his foot forward and blast her and then go about his business. It's all captured on video. I can't say it's in 4K because all of New York security camera looks like it's negative 160p. It's like I'm watching an old fucking sex tape from the 1960s. but you can still make out the majority of what's happening. So when you see alleged tossed in there, it like makes it almost sound like there's room for argument, like, well, actually, she may have deserved it, or it's not conclusive whether or not this was truly an assault or not. Like, there's wiggle room here. Even though you know the assault takes place, you watch the assault. Again, I understand why they use alleged and say, like, allegedly this happened, but my god, it doesn't make it any less goofy when you actually watch it. You could just say, like, this assault took place, but the guy hasn't been tried for it yet or something. I don't really know. It's just a huge pet peeve of mine, and I know it's not that big of a deal. It's a super small thing, but when I'm reading something like this and then that comes up, it's like, oh, you think I'm stupid, don't you? Like, I feel personally insulted. It's like, oh, okay, fucking ace journalist Jim Buttkiss over here thinks Charles is an idiot, huh? He thinks I'm so fucking dumb I still believe in Santa Claus, doesn't he? Okay, alright, big guy. Like, it's an irrational thing and just a big pet peeve. So after my little tantrum and calming down, drinking some warm breast milk to just settle down a bit, I started thinking, what other pet peeves do I have? Because I don't often in the moment think of them as just like a pet peeve. And I just started brainstorming a little bit, having some brain blasts. Also, before going into the other pet peeves, there was a follow-up to this story that I read. Apparently they had a single interaction on the escalator where apparently the guy pushed by her and she just said, "Excuse you," or something. And that's what triggered this response, so it wasn't completely random. There was a single sentence, not even a full sentence, spoken to him that set him off to do this. So anyway, still a giant asshole, and hopefully the assault charges stick. I don't see why they wouldn't, but they are still alleged from what I've read. So the next little small thing that always makes me a little grumpy is something that happens on stream pretty frequently when it comes to a new game. It's not so much backseat gaming, which I expect. It's Twitch, of course. But it's backseat gamers that haven't played the game or give the worst advice with such confidence. So, for example, I'll be playing a new game, and there's 0% chance the person in chat has played the game, but they still caps lock their suggestion when I happen to not fucking speedrun the game or play as optimally and efficiently as possible. So something like Dying Light 2, I actually got to play that a little bit early. Not like a review copy or anything, they just sent me it a bit early. I don't even know if it was by mistake, but I got the game like 2 days early. And there were still some people in the chat that were telling me how to play the game or where I was supposed to go and fucking spamming it with caps lock. Like, you don't even have the game and you are still, like, ordering me around as if you're, like, the authority on Dying Light 2 expertise. What, do you work for, like, Prima Games and you wrote the strategy guide? You one of the QA testers or something? Like, there's 0% chance you know what you're talking about. And then in, like, Elden Ring. I played Elden Ring the millisecond that shit dropped. And there were still people telling me exactly how it's supposed to be played with advice that doesn't even exist in the game. It's like, Charlie, you actually have to mash these 3 buttons in order to activate the triple jump. Kind of like in Super Mario 64 with the, you know, the wahoo. It actually translates to Elden Ring. And they'll spam it like 10 times. And then eventually I'll cave and be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to try your advice. And it never works. And when it doesn't work, they don't say shit. They don't say like, I'm sorry, or yep, I was wrong. They just don't say anything. And then they'll say something again like 10 minutes later with more advice that's also wrong. It's just shameless. It's fucking shameless. And it's such a minor inconvenience. And that kind of naturally leads into the next pet peeve, which also comes from streaming. And it's the people that will come to the stream just to say they don't like the game I'm playing or whatever activity I'm doing. It's like, you stupid son of a bitch. You can see in the title or like right under the title what I'm playing or what I'm doing, and you'll still come and whine about it and then demand that I switch games or do something else. Why? Just go somewhere else. I'm not your fucking dad coming in there with the belt forcing you to watch the stream if it's not something you want to see. Go watch what you want to watch, man. I'm not fucking holding you hostage. Why? It blows my fucking mind because they will sit there for hours, and I'm not exaggerating, hours, complaining about the game or whatever I'm streaming if it's something they didn't want to see. Why? Why are you wasting hours doing that? Like, I know you're not a bot. There's a pulse on the other end of that keyboard, a sentient human being that is manually typing this shit for hours, saying that I have to switch games because of you, because you personally don't like it. Fuck, it's so silly. And both of these kind of feed into another pet peeve of mine that's a little broader. I hate people that just can't admit they were wrong about something. I hate it. I hate mental gymnastics in order to justify some shit. I always admit when I fuck things up. I think it's a really valuable skill to have. To just have self-awareness and be like, yeah, whoop. That was a big ol' oopsie. That was a big ol' stinkeroony there. Missed the mark. I was wrong. There are so many people, especially on the internet, that are so consumed by ego that they just cannot let themselves say they were wrong about something. They just can't handle it. They'd fucking melt down and explode if they'd try. Their mouth would just catch fire as if it's poison leaving it. It just blows my mind how desperately people will fight to avoid just saying they were wrong about something. It's not just internet specific, though it happens a lot on the internet, because, and I think everyone knows why, internet creators all have followings that just tell them, yeah, you know, you're the fucking best, you know, doesn't miss nothing but W's over here, dubscaroonies. So they've convinced themselves that they're always right, so when they're wrong, they just can't really admit that to themselves or to their audience. Maybe they don't want to seem weak. I'm not a fucking therapist or whatever. But of course it happens a lot on the internet. But even just in general, there are so many people and friends of mine that I know that cannot just say they were wrong about something, even something simple. Like, oh, you know, IHOP closes at this time. When in reality, you idiot, IHOP doesn't close. Damn, I said that with confidence and I could be wrong. Hold on, let me double check. I'm pretty sure IHOP's 24 hours. I may have just made an oopsie and may need to apologize. Hold on. Okay, IHOP's not 24 hours. You know, time to demonstrate the skill. I was wrong. Bad example. IHOP does close. But you know what I'm saying? Actually, I'm not wrong. There are some 24-hour IHOPs. Point is, someone will be wrong about something, even something trivial. And if you decide to go out of your way to prove it, they will still do everything they can to justify that they weren't actually wrong. It was a misunderstanding. Like, oh, so this is actually where my head was at. I was thinking back, you know, like a couple of years ago, which is when I was right, and you're also right. So we're both kind of right. No one's wrong here. It's like, no, you were wrong. Just say you were wrong. And that brings me to the last pet peeve that I could think of and identify, and it's people that dodge questions, even just point-blank questions. You'll ask someone something, and they'll just tiptoe around it forever. Literally forever. I saw a video of, I think it was like a Canadian council meeting, where there was a guy that just kept saying, how much does a house cost in Ottawa? And the guy that he was asking it to would stand up and say, we've created a lot of jobs. And this went back and forth for 3 minutes. Him just saying, how much does a house cost? And the guy just saying, we created a lot of jobs. The economy is recovering. We're doing great. I hate question dodgers. I hate it. Just address it. You know, you can beat around the bush, fucking fine, do a whole song and dance, but at least answer the question at some point in your long-winded statement. That shit makes me tight. I hate people that just can't answer a question. You know, it doesn't compute with me. I understand being indecisive, like, what do you want to eat? I'm super indecisive, so I'll be like, oh, I'm actually not really sure. But that is still me answering that question. I just don't have a good answer for it. I'm acknowledging what you said, and I'm trying to, like, get a good answer for it, but my tummy's confusing me. I don't know what it wants from me. So I don't have, like, you know, I can't just say what I want to eat. But I do try and address the question, and I think about it and try and give an answer eventually. But it's the people that'll just dodge it and like completely veer off course or change the topic entirely that just make me upset. And I guess to a certain lesser extent, the people that'll take everything and then make it about themselves. So if you're having a conversation with someone or a group of people and there's that one douchebag who's like, oh yeah, whatever. My experience was actually a lot better. Oh, you had 3-day-old shrimp from the gas station across the street? I actually had week-old shrimp from that same gas station, and I'm still cooking, so what's up? I'm better. Of course, the one-up shit, no one likes that. I think that's just a pretty common pet peeve, if you can even call it that. It's just human nature to hate that kind of person, because that shit is trash. But, again, these were really all the pet peeves I could think of, and it all stemmed from just reading one article about that assault in New York. Anyway, just wanted to talk about it a bit, and yeah, so yeah. Have I watched Jimmy Justice the Vigilante? Can't say I have. Traffic enforcement agent blocks fire hydrant during a fire. That's selfish. What does Jimmy Justice do about it? I hope Jimmy Justice lifts the car up and moves it himself.
You're supposed to enforce the law, not break the law.
That's some Star Wars shit. You were meant to bring balance to the law. She's definitely ruined now. Again? She's done it again. A repeat offender? Good God. Jimmy, take matters into your own hands. Push the car. So, how common is it to park in front of a fire? I don't even know where the fuck the fire hydrants are in my city. I couldn't find one to park in front of if I tried. Man, Jimmy is getting lucky that they're not beating his ass. Before I get off the old Jimmy Justice train. Traffic cop makes illegal U-turn. You done fucked up with that U-turn in front of Jimmy.
You made an illegal U-turn in a business district. You made an illegal U-turn in a business district, and I have it on video.
How did he catch that? Was he sitting there waiting? Or is it staged? This really is like some Oblivion NPC shit. You violated the law. Come quietly or pay 5 silvers. Oh, he's in front of a police station doing this, I think. This is huge.
I am Jimmy Justice, and your days of running around this city like a cowboy are over.
That was, you know, I'm not a huge fan of Jimmy Justice. I think he's kind of like nails on a chalkboard and kind of, you know, kind of goofy. But that was an awesome sign-off. Your days of running around like a cowboy are over. Jimmy Justice is putting the kibosh on it. He said, I've had enough. I'm taking matters in my own hands by posting it on YouTube. Take this. You'll never be able to make a montage again. Jimmy Justice is somehow on every single corner next to the fire hydrants every day in 2007 and 2009. Jimmy, take us into the recap. I don't need like the longitude and latitude of where they parked in front of the hydrant. Just take me into the fucking zone. Thank you, Jimmy. Jesus Christ. To teach this officer a lesson, he kidnaps his son and runs away. Your days of having a family and parking in front of the fire hydrant are over. Jimmy Justice is in town.
And misuse your official police department placard when you go shopping with your family, officer?
Damn, Jimmy.
That's a CD, buddy.
He's coming out raw and no rubber in this one. Slap his car on the ass on the way by. Oh!
You're gonna get a CD.
That was pretty fucked up right there. Jimmy, let's do something about that. Slash his tires. Yeah. A name feared by all wrongdoers. Well, feared by anyone that parks in front of a fire hydrant. It's been 5 years since the last we've heard of Jimmy. And you know what's happened in the last 5 years? A pandemic? Crime? I'm just saying, since Jimmy Justice vanished, things haven't been too great. But think of all the great times we had in 2008, 9, and 10. There was only a recession and no pandemic. I'm just saying we were safer with Jimmy around. So last time we tuned into this, the Midnight Wisp were still sucking fat asshole. I think they're in 12th place. We've seen the Midnight Wisp do really well with these hairpin turn courses in the past.
A slow start for Nemo as Smoggy takes the lead. Orange and also getting swarmed from the 4th place position.
We're already in 14th place, I think. What the fuck happened in Sector 1?
To be a safety marble. Yes, it is. The safety marble is deployed.
Well, I want to see the safety marble. Why are we under caution? I didn't see what happened. I know they got, like, stuck for a second. Whoa! What is this? Is there glue in there? Oh! What is this course? Was it even tested?
Here at the Razway.
Ew, this is not FDA approved at all. What a disaster.
Look at the train that is built here.
Yeah, what a catastrophe.
That bunches everybody up. The safety marble comes in.
What happened?
And fails to get
these courses usually go through extensive practice rounds to make sure that they're safe for the competitors. Wow. That's good news for the Midnight Wisp, though. I wonder if this is manufactured drama. Trying to start a controversy. Because I find it hard to believe that the Marbula 1 committee would have let this track fly in its current state.
Lights are on. And we're rolling again.
They've made zero mistakes on their courses. The certification process for these tracks is so rigorous, there's no way. But I'll take it because the Midnight Wisps are doing a lot better right now. This would be such a weird job. You know, this is like the only sport unaffected by coronavirus, though. This and esports. But even esports are affected because you can't go in person. Meanwhile, the Marbula 1 Marble Olympics. It's business as usual, baby. I think the main problem with the Midnight Wisp squad is that they're too noble. They never use any dirty tactics, and they get abused. Like, we're already back in 6th place. We don't use any nitrous, we don't use any, like, inside corners, we just play so truthfully. Come on, baby, just hold on to 5. Just stay 5th place. We need this. Don't do anything risky. Play it safe. Granny shift it. 4th place. No, 5th. Shit. Damn it. 4th. Let's not get greedy. Just as long as we get 5th, we're good. Oh, we got it. We fucking got it. That's a huge finish. That should get us up into the top 10, I think. What am I? Is it this? From 2 years ago? Sub 1K views? Now that sounds like a good video. Good lord! It's Heisenberg!
You'll never shut me up! You killed oh, there's the killers right there! You killed Jesus! You killed Jesus! I'd love to! Hell, you won!
Oh, I'm leaving this alike.
Shame on you! God's gonna kill you!
This is what happens when Reddit meetups try and happen.
God's gonna kill you! You killed how many
It's like every Twitter argument ever personified.
How many have you paid for?
No, he's casting voodoo magic!
It don't work.
Block it with a holy force field.
The man who has risen up for the children. You'll never shut me up.
Can someone get this man's doctor out here? He's gonna blow a fucking valve.
Shame on you. It's the word of God.
Slap him with it.
Oh yeah, you don't want the word of God because it says you're wicked. You're wrong.
I don't know whose side to take. They're both making good arguments.
You need to be worried about God. Go get
This Jesus guy is interrupting his mission for his 5th hamburger of his lunch.
Why don't you shut me up? I am. You can't. You never will. You and your sin. I'm not afraid of you.
Kiss!
You need to be
fucking make out in holy and unholy matrimony.
You need to fear God. I love children. I love women. I love my brothers and sisters. I love God.
Oh God.
You love your penis. You love
no! He doesn't love his penis. You'd have to be gay to love your penis.
That's why you're upset about this. No. You don't want the
No! I hate my penis. Tell him to shut up again.
Yeah, thank you. Scream. Wicked.
Twist his fucking nipples off for saying that kind of shit.
Kiss my ass.
Make him kiss it. There we go. Much better.
Now
Now we're getting in the groove again.
Look at those demons.
He is annihilating him right now.
Never gonna happen.
Fucking hero.
Never.
Oh!
The Bible says the fear of God.
You shook the hornet's nest and you're not gonna like what comes out.
The Bible's in your ass. The Bible called you
No! Show him where the Bible really is.
You killed Dr.
Even that car in the background just stopped to watch this.
You piece of shit. You ugly piece of shit.
Take him over your knee and spank him. Put the discipline of Jesus right in his ass cheeks.
Shame on you.
He lost. He's walking away. He lost.
Compilation.
How many times is he gonna walk away and come back? He's like on a runway fashion shoot.
I know who you are.
This guy looks like Fred Durst, the Jesus guy, not the old guy. The old guy looks like he was just late to bet on some horse races.
You killed doctors. Shut up.
Yeah, take that! Ah! He's not only killing this Jesus man, he is killing Jesus himself with those shut-ups. Call him gay again.
You ISIS supporter.
Don't take that. Turn around for the 5th time. Turn around.
American old fool.
Turn around. No, he lost.
Murderer.
I hope he comes around in like a fucking golf cart and sweeps their leg. That'll teach you. Now that is how arguing should be. Nice and civilized. Good points on both sides. Oh fuck, I can't even see him over there. My glasses are foggy. Just looks like a snowman talking to me.
Words still relevant in today's Republican Party.
I think words are still relevant no matter what party you're associated with. Words are an integral part of our society. We use them to convey meanings and feelings and let other people know where we're coming from. If we took away words, what separates us from bowling balls or coconuts? Absolutely nothing. However, I do understand why so many people would like words banned altogether. Since the words were made by our species, they're not infallible, and they can lead to some hurt feelings and some offended people. But who gives a shit? Think of the privilege you have being able to use words. Look at cockroaches. They don't get to use words. Do you want to be like cockroaches? No, you don't. Who wants to be like a cockroach? They're a fucking shit stain in the universe. We want words. We need words. If I'm elected president, I will ensure words are still our primary means of communication.
So you've said if China launches a cyber attack against the U.S., on your watch, quote, they're going to see cyber warfare like they have never seen before. What exactly would that response look like?
I don't know what a cyber attack is. I don't even know what cyber means. But I do know what a war of attrition means. And we're in one right now, and no one wants to admit it. I know this isn't what anyone wants to hear, but I'm just gonna pull it off like a band-aid. I'm gonna rip the condom off of this post-ejaculatory penis. America is in a drought. A creatine drought. We're running out of creatine, and this spells trouble for all American citizens. I like to creatine load myself about 4 months out of the year, and then pray at the Iron Temple super duper hard, putting up reps with weights you've never seen used before. You know what this means when I don't have my creatine? My gains suffer. And when my gains suffer, this country suffers. But then sometimes I'll gamble on a fart and lose, and there's a whole loaf of shit in my britches, and all's right in the world. But back to your question, I love cyberspace. Hello, I'm Ashley Toffel, and my question is directed at the lady dressed as Santa Claus. With all the adults having so many babies, do you think eventually the babies will outnumber the adults and the babies will take over the world? After seeing Baby Geniuses, this has become a big fear of mine. What do you think of this possible apocalypse? That's an excellent question, Miss Tofu, and let me just say, this is America. And America is a country, and this country is part of a continent, and this continent is part of a world, and this world is part of a solar system, and this solar system is part of a galaxy, and this galaxy is part of the universe, and that's why I'm here today.
As a Republican and abide by the decision of the Republican.
I don't even know what you just said, you fucking nerd. You dweeb. You sentient Egyptian hieroglyphic. Oh, you like that one, did you? That one gave you a hoot? You fucking ancient geology professor? That's super old because they're just really old?
Mr. Trump just committed to stay the distance regardless of the result. How about you?
Well, being a doctor, I'm constantly asked, how does an erection work? So I'm going to go ahead and clear up any confusion surrounding that topic. An erection is the result of two spongy vascular organs working together. Vascular meaning they both have the ability to carry blood. So the first one is the corpora cavernosa, which lines the penis. It's just under the surface of the penis. And then there's the corpus spongiosum, which contains the urethra, which allows urine and semen to pass through it. And when you get sexually stimulated, these organs fill with blood, the cavernosa more so than the spongiosum. And when they work together and both get filled with blood, it makes your dick hard as a rock. I just love football. It's a great sport. You go 100 yards down this way, you go 100 yards, and you turn around, you go 100 yards this way down the field. I mean, it's all over. It's a great sport. I love football. It's just a good sport. Sometimes you go this way, you karate chop, you slap someone in the ass. Sometimes I throw my kid out the window. Who cares? It's football season, right? So then we're over here doing all this. We're watching football. Then I get my crab claws out. I'm holding my hands like a fucking crab sometimes when I'm watching the games. I'm like, oh, I'm not a crab. I'm a human being. But sometimes I get my hands like this, you know? And then I go in a little karate stance right here, like I'm about to throw down with the TV. It's not going the way I want it to go because I got my crab hands out. You don't know what's going on when I got my crab hands out. Then you go up and the kick is good sometimes. I am not a machine. I love human values and human things. I will make sure these human things continue to have good value if I'm president. Extreme. Extreme. Extreme dinosaurs. TV show. I don't know where I am, and I don't know who I am. I'm very cold and afraid, so please, send help. I don't have a cell phone, and I don't have an AOL account. Send it via carrier pigeon if possible, telling me how I got here, and what I'm doing here. On my way to this debate, I saw a bird. I stopped for a moment, and I waved to that bird, but it didn't wave back. I hate my life. We need a president who's not afraid to get up in front of his people, drop his trousers, and throw his ass in a circle. I am that fearless leader. I will make every Friday free ice cream day. I will deliver ice cream to each and every one of your households every Friday, and school will be canceled, work will be canceled. There'll be nothing but recess and fun times in the sun. And I'll give everyone jetpack boosters and popsicles. What's up, everybody? It's Critical. I'm playing one of my favorite games again, where I go onto foreign news websites and translate the news into broken English and try and piece together what the actual news article was about. I'm once again on Penguinz0, my go-to for anything newsworthy in the entire universe. So I caught this article, or I found this article. I didn't catch it. I'm not a fucking Pokemon trainer of foreign news articles. And it's called Meddling Mother Naked in the Bathroom. Now that catches your attention, right? I mean, the first thing I thought of was Scooby-Doo. I mean, I hear meddling, I think of Scooby-Doo. And this made me instantly think, oh shit, the mystery gang must have busted in and caught someone's mother naked in the bathroom. Huh, gotcha, I fucking knew you were naked in here, case closed. But this is in the crime section, the history of legal section, so I wanna get this out of the way. If this is a serious article, there's no way I'm going to know because the broken English probably won't yield itself to giving me an actual understanding of what this is about. So I'm not making light or making fun of the actual situation if this is something serious. I'm just making, not even making fun, just playing around with the broken English. So let's dive right the fuck in here and see why my mother was naked in the bathroom. Well, I'm a fan of the author of this paper. If you're unfamiliar with any of his work, you really need to go, look him up and be enlightened with his expertise in journalism. If you look under the title of the article, it says by the author of this paper, so now we have a clear understanding of who wrote this. Son, lack of character, who interrupted his mother in the bathroom or naked and start them over. He was brought before a court of law. Well, immediately, I'm fucking confused on what this is about. I guess this man just keeps interrupting his mother in the bathroom and then starting the whole process over like it's fucking Groundhog Day. Angela Steele has informed Alfred Iron, there's a match made in heaven, Harari's civil court, and told the judge of the court is welcome. Sawardi said, "My king, I came here looking for document protection for my son. I gave birth. Hear this. I do not know that any exposed by doing what he did to me while she's home." Well, luckily for you, Angela Steele, I believe Windows 10 does document protection. He will intervene in the bathroom naked, as I often come open the door and say, "Mom, come out to talk right now. The news of the child's money where it's needed to pay school fees." And I realize that I came here and he can stop his habit of this. He continues his son's habits of constantly being verbally abused. Well, I understood that last part. That's very sad. Against the invasion, I opened my bathroom. I do not curse or just breathtaking. I cursed it was a dog, a witch, a prostitute. What, she gets interrupted in the bathroom by dogs, witches, and prostitutes? Where is this woman living? In some type of fucking twisted fairy tale universe? Goodness me. That reads like it's straight out of The Wizard of Oz. Dogs, witches, and prostitutes. No shit. This touched me and harassed me in my heart that I gave birth to a child who can do this. The truth? Alfred has no doubt about what his mother, and he apologized in court. I do not oppose the request for my mother, that protection, but I have also requested an apology to the court and to my mother, said I forgive my mother, I did not know, said Alfred. Judge Sawardi gave Angela document protection. Alfred said he must respect his mother. All in all, I'd say this had a happy ending. I'm not entirely sure what this was all about. I'll go ahead and venture an educated guess. I'll say Alfred Iron is the son of Angela Steele, and he periodically interrupts her as she's taking a shit fully nude, or using the shower fully nude, as people often do. And he says, "Mom, quick, there's something important outside, this child, he needs money for school fees. He's outside selling Girl Scout cookies. We gotta help pay his rent and his school fees. No, you don't have time to put clothes on, Mom. Come on, get out here, quick." And she's just had enough of it, And she also wants some document protection because she's just tired of losing her resume on the MacBooks. Now, I will admit I have absolutely no fucking clue what that lion, witch, and wardrobe tangent was about with the dog, witch, and prostitute. I can't really connect those dots. I don't really know what that love triangle added to this story or where it came into play. But I don't think that bit of exposition was crucial to the actual story. I think I hit the nail on the head with my interpretation of this one. Maybe I'm way off, but overall, this just seemed like it had a good resolution, Alfred reflected on himself, hey, I shouldn't be interrupting my mother while she's naked in the bathroom. I should respect her privacy and let her have that nude time to herself. And Angela's getting her document protection, so overall it seems like everything worked out okay. It was a captivating story. riveting tale, and yeah, that's it. That's some translated news for today. See ya.